Good afternoon, I'm Arj, one of the founders at Taxed, and in this video I want to show you how you might be able to plan your tax return, your CIS rebate for next year. Now, we've got 2 more days until the tax year ends, which means it's the best time to plan potential expenses, any purchases that you might do for your self-employment, tools, equipment, potentially purchasing a car, that sort of thing, and see how that might impact your tax return, right? Because now if you purchase something in the next 72 hours, you might increase your rebate in the next 2 weeks, right? So now is the best time because you see the benefit of that purchase, that expense, that relief straight away. So you filed with us before, so should be fairly easy to get started. Once we log into Tax, you can see that you've got your dashboard. I'm on my PC right now, but it would work the same on the phone. If I click on personal taxes up here, and then you can see we've got the little timeline of your tax return, right? So you can see there 23, 24. So this is the tax year that ends on Friday. We can start the assessment now and just get things ready. So you should have your CIS payslips up till now, which will cover all the CIS that you've already paid and all your earnings so far. So we can use that to report to HMRC. Anyway, to start with, let's try to pull data from other sources, right? Let's pull data from a previous tax submission from 22-23 where I got a refund of 2.5 grand, and then I'll just hit continue to import all my info across. This saves me having to key everything in again, right? If I go into self-employed, I can see, right, this has my old information from last year saying that I earned around 40 grand, I think it was. Let's say that kind of this year, my earnings gone up. So let's say it's 44K this year, which in turn means that my tax bill is a little higher. So that would be 8,800 this year. Now, because you've got your pay slips from the last 12 months or so, you can use that to calculate it. If you do need any help with calculating it, just get in touch. You can book a call with one of our team and we can help you with all the calculations. And then it comes down to expenses. So this is where we want to have a look at, right, kind of based on the information in terms of my earnings, in terms of my expenses from last year, how can we utilize some of this info? So, or how can we add to that info? So for example here, using a phone for work, we'll say yes to this one. Spend about £1,000 on a phone and 75% for work. You might want to update that. Using your office at home, so let's say that you work from home, you can start to include these costs. And this is where, because we're filing early, like very early, it gives you a bit more time to plan this kind of stuff. But the big one here is not so much the home expenses or the driving. The driving's always good. Add in your mileage. But specifically, I wanted to look at this. This is the expenses that you may have, right? And we've included here the taxed fee. We automatically import that because we know that you would have paid for your tax return last year, and that can now be claimed against this current tax return. But let's say, right, that if you pay us kind of this year, then you can include it as a tax expense on this tax return. So you may want to up this. But let's say that you're looking at purchasing some new tools. So if I go down to, where is tools? We type it in, sometimes that's easier. And then let's say it's going to cost me, right, £1,000, because that's a nice round number that we can work with. That has an impact of increasing my tax refund by approximately £300. So although I'm spending £1,000 today, within 2 weeks' time, I'll get 300 quid back from HMRC. And I think that's really what I wanted to highlight with this video is, now is a great time to plan your expenses. A purchase that you make now, you can see the benefit of really quickly. Instead of sometimes with tax, right, if you purchase something in April, so if you purchase something next month, in April, yes, you may only see the benefit of that when you file the next tax year, so 12 months ahead. So just wanted to make you guys aware of it. And if you do have any questions, just feel free to reach out to myself, reply to this email, get in touch with us on the chat. We'd be happy to support. And yeah, have a great new tax year. Thank you.